Blazers and Warriors about to tip it off. Let's take a look at the starting lineups this afternoon. Brought to you by Wilsonville Toyota, the No Bull dealership. One person, one price, one great experience. The Blazers will send Skylar Mays out there with Nate Williams, Shaden Sharp, Kevin Knox II, and Trendon Watford. The Golden State Warriors will counter with a veteran group. They are slowly rounding into playoff shape at 43-38 on the year. The Blazers check in at 33-48. Dante DiVincenzo, Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, along with Draymond Green and Kevon Looney. Steve Kerr, the venerable coach, in his 9th season with the Warriors, 472 coaching victories, 4 championships as the head of this dynasty that has won 4 championships in 8 years. Chauncey Billups, another tough season for the Blazers in terms of development of players. They definitely get a huge check mark for that. But in terms of health and so forth, in the second half of this season, just was not meant to be. But they have weathered on and have been very competitive since taking on the status as a team that's looking to develop young guys, taking a look at some folks with 10-day contracts with a mind to the future. This first quarter brought to you by First Tech Credit Union. Glad you are with us. Game 82 on Fan Appreciation Night. The Blazers nearly forced a turnover on the Warriors, who rank 30th in the league in turnovers. They will give it back to you if you press them. 16 turnovers per ball game committed by the Golden State Warriors. Lamar, yesterday the Blazers put 70 on the Los Angeles Clippers in the first half. They seem to be disinterested. We'll see what the Warriors come with here early. Klay Thompson is having a remarkable year. He's number 1 in threes made with 295, and he adds to the total right there.
Well, Skylar got the deflection before the Warriors got that 3, and this is going to be an interesting watch for me. Skylar on the defensive end, because I think he's just as smart on that side of the floor as he is offensively, and we've seen it with the passes and the decisions he's made. A lot of those decisions have been getting the ball to that dude right there, Shaden Sharp, who's been pouring it in. Yeah, he's got too much space. He's got the way he is shooting the ball, Kev, 297 made threes this season, a career high for him. Close to joining the 300 made threes club. Only Steph Curry, who's done it 4 times, and James Harden, who's done it once, have been there. And the only other person to get at least 290 was Paul George when he was at OKC. Klay Thompson will get there.
He tried to get him early.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Here comes Sharp in the front court. He'll pull up for 3. DiVincenzo the rebound. Klay Thompson leaks out. One dribble, attacks, lays it up and in. So Shaden Sharp still learning on the defensive end. Once that ball is released, he's got to be of a mind to get back on the defensive end. Mays triggers, rebound to Thompson. And DiVincenzo will take it across the court. With a burst of speed into the lane, he is fouled by Kevin Knox, who had hands on him. Well, let's take a look at the Ford Keys tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Local Ford store keys to the game. We thank Ford for being with us again this year. Lamar,
it's nighttime
how
somewhere.
Do you feel about your last Ford Key?
Same way I felt about the first one. There's 2 keys. I'm going to give them to you. See both, ball and man at all times. That's always a key against Golden State. They average more assists per game than anybody in the league, at right under 30. And their movement is unlike any other team. And then because of that, a lot of times your only way to stay connected is to switch things, and that takes a lot of attention to detail. And Skylar Mays with a blow by and a nice finish.
Yes, sir.
And so here, Kev, those defensive principles are going to be put to the test.
Triggering outside, getting in the act again. Klay Thompson. Thompson 3 of 4 shooting from 3-point range, puts him at 298. Here's Sharp coming off the screen into the lane. Kicks it into the corner, and Williams triggers. No. Rebound recovered by DiVincenzo. The outlet pass comes to Steph Curry, who will pull up from long range, in and out. The Warriors are number 1 in threes attempted per ball game at 43, and number 1 in makes at 16. And so you're going to see them let it fly, and they are very precise. 38% as a team from beyond the arc.
Skylar turning down the screen. Typically, when you do that, if you have a plan of action, you can get to a shot because the defense is prepared for you to use the screen. All their help is expecting that screen to be utilized. So if you turn it down, you can beat them to the basket.
Trending at 72% from the line, 56% from the field, 38% from three, averaging 7 points and just shy of 4 rebounds. Coming off a 24-point effort in the 26 minutes against the Clippers when he was 10 of 15 from the field. And buried a couple of threes. Here comes Steph Curry the other way, running off a Looney screen. Thompson runs off that same pick, gets it, fires it, knocks it down. Klay Thompson, 4 of 5 shooting from three, 14 points. So if there was any doubt about the intensity of the Warriors coming out early, quickly dispelled by that man right there, Klay Thompson, 10-point Warrior lead.
Welcome back to Moda Center for Fan Appreciation Day, where the Warriors lead the Blazers 16-6 with 9:23 to go in the first. Well, earlier tonight, or today, I should say, I caught up with head coach Chauncey Billups. We talked about his favorite memories of this season, starting with his favorite dunk.
One moment this year where I always tease Drew, and Drew had shot a bad three-point shot one game, and I really got on him, you know. And then I teased him for the next 2 or 3 days about it. The very next game, Drew was open, shot clock going down. He made a three. And he looked over, and man, he talked so bad to me. It was just so funny. Like, everybody laughed. I laughed, the bench laughed, he laughed. It was just a fun moment.
Good to see the smile on Chauncey Billups' face. Trying year for head coach. The circumstances.
What's been positive though is the play of Shaden, and Shaden just bumped Steph Curry off, and then now he just pushed Draymond Green. Who does he think he is, a grown-up now?
He's using those green tricks. And out on the wing, it's Watford to knock down the triple. We've told you about that three-point shot. It's really tuned up, 24-63 on the year. Thompson backpedals here, nearly lost his balance.
So Kev, 2 plays in a row now defensively. You've seen what Coach Billups talked about during the timeout, being more attentive on the defensive end. Here's a look at the bucket, but both times the Blazers have been quicker to the switches. That's how Shaden, the stop before, was able to make contact with Draymond Green. He stayed in the paint on the switch, and then here on the perimeter, the Blazers switch, forced a turnover against Klay Thompson.
Knox fakes, drives inline right. Checked by Thompson, a very good defender. Over to Watford, little push shot is off, and Looney the rebound. Warriors come in 10-30 on the year on the road. They have won 3 of the last 4 road games, and they've won 7 of their last 9 overall. Nice pass from Green to Looney, who was diving for the dunk.
See, this is something I think, you know, as the Warriors progress through the playoffs, I want to see how teams kind of play them in that situation. Draymond Green back to the basket. He's not necessarily looking to make a move as Nate knocks down a three-point shot in the corner. So now, Kev, as the Blazers transition here defensively, if Green catches the ball, they could be willing, with the back to the basket, to play one-on-one. There, when he's facing, though, I mean, he'll go by you. He'll go by you. He'll finish some buckets right there. A really good player, as you know.
Mays darts outside, gives to Williams into the lane, attacks Looney with a right hand, offering it's off, and here comes DiVincenzo. Terrific pickup in the offseason. DiVincenzo spelling Wiggins, who's been out all but 37 games this year, as Thompson now realizes another 3. That is 5 for the game and 300 for the season. As Lamar mentioned, he joins only Curry and Harden in that category there at the top of the hill in terms of proficiency from 3. 300 or more and counting for Thompson, who gets another look. And that one is wayward and out of bounds, and the Blazers will take over. Clay's never been bashful. He's had the hot hand, Lamar, as you know, from just letting it go.
Yeah, they want him to shoot anytime he feels like he can get a good shot off.
Now Gary Payton II will come out onto the floor. You can hear the reaction from some of the fans here. The former Blazer coming over the trade deadline and a multi-team deal to the Golden State Warriors, where he enjoyed great success last year, eventually winning a ring with the Warriors.
Oh, what a pass.
Watford slips. Nice pass again by Skylar Mays.
That's just what Skylar does. He knows the read, and he has the skill set to make whatever pass the situation calls for. And Kev, last game against the Clippers yesterday, and Steph Curry now knocks down a 3. Skylar, it was his first game shooting less than 50% from the field as a Blazer, but he still had 9 assists to only 1 turnover.
9-1. Wow.
Yeah.
Nearly 8 assists on average. There's Sharp with another bounce up into the air off a miss. He's got just tremendous recuperative ability. When missing a shot, he gets right back up, gives himself another opportunity. Nice pass from Green to DiVincenzo across the end line, and a lot of scoring here. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Warriors leading 28-18. Knox will tee up a three. Nope, and the rebound to Gary Payton II. So the Warriors go with that small lineup with Green playing the 5 spot. Here's Curry, another three. Watford tugs the rebound, and he's got Gary chasing him up the floor. Sharp will take it low, bring it high. The three is off the back iron. Sprinting out to grab the board as Curry accelerates into the lane. There is Shaden going up top, nearly made contact with it, but Curry seems to have eyes in the back of his head. Great peripheral vision.
That was an amazing finish.
Just got a little extra air under that one, didn't he?
Yeah, they know about Shea. Remember, Shea had a crazy putback dunk there at Golden State, so they are well aware.
Skylar Mays drains a three. Well, if you've come to see action, you're getting it. The Warriors have come out at 69%. The Blazers haven't been shabby. 8 of 17, 3 of 9 from three, and Trendon Watford having a good start, along with the young man, Shaden Sharp. I got a little more bounce. Blazers, 5:11 to go here in the first quarter of play. And we reach out for the first time this afternoon to Corey Jez, our analytics guru. Corey, what's going on today?
Well, Kevin, I wanted to add a couple of numbers to some of the actions that Lamar was describing earlier in the first quarter here. We know that the Warriors run a lot of off-ball screens, sometimes called down screens or floppy actions. And to put the numbers into context, they have run 5,071 off-ball screens this season. That is not surprisingly first in the NBA. Per 100 screens, they average 104.7 offensive rating. That would be 5th. So considering the high volume and the high efficiency, obviously, so far tonight, 8 of those actions for 8 points for the Warriors.
Thank you, Corey, as the Warriors come right back and move that ball rapidly side to side. Leading here by 11, 4:45 to go in the first quarter. Knox drifting.
Pull up. That's what he's been doing as of late. Especially his last 2 games.
He was
27.
special.
Yes, he was. He was.
Terrific. Poole outside. He'll trigger a three. And got it. So you add Curry, you've got Thompson, and then you've got Poole, and then you've got Payton doing his defensive thing out there. He's denied here. Volleys it outside to Curry, and then Poole knocks down another three to continue the point on Poole. You got those two guys, and you got Poole coming in with 210 threes made, shooting 33% from three-point range.
It's a big reason why they have a legitimate chance at winning it all again. They have been better on the road as of late.
Green defends. Curry leaves it outside to Poole. And the rebound comes to Jabari Walker. He's joined out there by Skylar Mays. He hesitates to within 15 feet. Sharp has it dislodged by Payton. Picked up and on the advance. Curry on the kick out. Let it fly. Got it.
Well, every arena these guys go to, you hear the applause whenever something good happens. And I was asking the TV team, Fitz and Kalena, you know, is there one arena where it's not quite like this? And they said no. And especially on the East Coast, it's even crazier because they only go there once a year. So all the Warriors fans make sure to be there. The fans follow winning.
But conversely, with 10 wins on the year on the road, you could also make the theory that that is the big game for a lot of these clubs when they roll into the building.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is.
Big game, and so definitely the focus, the highlight, and maybe one reason they've only won the 10 games on the road.
Yeah, for sure. The teams get up to play Golden State.
Here comes the newest Blazer, Chase Comanche, who's actually been traveling with the club for the last road trip at least. 6'10", 26-year-old out of Arizona. Has played at Stockton. He averaged 13 points and 8 rebounds. Our congratulations to Shaq Harrison. His 10-day contract was up with the Blazers, immediately signed by the Los Angeles Lakers. Here comes Moon into the lane to lay it up and make that Moody to lay it up and in.
Yeah, big congrats to Shaq. He played a good game yesterday.
Really
we saw some of his best moves off the dribble. Now, I wonder if he got back to L.A. before LeBron James did, because LeBron was here at the Hoop Summit watching his son Bronny. So I don't know who took off first. LeBron just invited him into the jet.
Time of the Trailblazers tally. Scan the QR code or head to trailblazers.com/contest. Log in or register. Winner, your chance to win this month's prize, an autographed Dame Ain't Shoe. What was your favorite moment from the season? John Butler Jr. triggering a three from the top of the arc. And that goes out of bounds. So the Warriors will take over. Jonathan Kuminga is on the floor along with Jordan Poole and Kevon Looney. Moody in one corner and Thompson in the other. Thompson a triple. Rebound covered by Looney. Moody making a cut, dropping it off to Kuminga, and he will ease it up and in. You love the movement of the Warriors off the ball.
It's unlike anything else. There, Kuminga gets a layup or a dunk because you got Poole at the top of the key that is occupying some of the defense's attention enough where now once that cut's made, it's a wide open attempt.
Thompson reaches in for the foul, stopping the clock with 1:54 remaining here in the first quarter. It's the Warriors taking charge, leading 46-23. The inbounds is Sharp. From the overhead, he'll drive it into the lane and lay it up and in.
And he just swoops in there. Athletically, just on a different playing level than most of the competition.
Thompson doubled over the double team. He has a deflection that gets to Looney. Back out on top. And Jordan Poole eases into another one. The Warriors 10 of 16 from three. Lamar 62%. Poole is 3 of 4.
Yeah. Haven't been online or anything, but I would imagine some of the Warriors on pace for 200 points. Messaging is going out there. Now, the scoring will typically slow down at some point. However, the kind of shots they're getting right now, I'm not so sure what more the Blazers could be doing to take away the opportunities. So this is one of those weird times where I don't think they're going to get 200 points, but they could be approaching something dangerous depending on how long their starters, their main guys play. It's a tough ask defensively for this young group of Blazers who have only played a few games together to communicate at the level you need to communicate to defend Golden State.
Number 3 scoring team in the NBA at 118.5 in the Warriors. Sharp this year, on average, just under 10 a game, 3 rebounds a game, 47% from the field, 36 from 3, 70% from the line, and 100 of 275, 36% from three-point range. Joining the 100-point or 100 threes made club as a rookie. Dame leads the pack. Rudy Fernandez, the only other Blazer rookie with 100 or more threes. Here's Thompson. Cross court to Moody, across the arc, into the corner to Kuminga. 11 to shoot. Swinging outside to Poole. Closely watched by Minaya. Poole steps out. Gets Minaya off his feet and knocks a 3. That was an impressive move.
That's what's really hard because Justin Minaya, I thought, played great defense all the way up until the end, biting on the pump fake, which is understandable why he did it. But that's the kind of stuff that could be demoralizing.
Poole has hit 4 of 5 from 3, 66% from 3. Are the Golden State Warriors. Sharp's runner at the buzzer rolls off. And it's a 55-27 count at the end of 1. The Warriors taking command here early. .27 count. The Warriors leading the Blazers after 1 complete. Time now for the Pacific Office automation stats. Goodness gracious. 18 assists in a quarter. That is an NBA high this year. And the 55 points is an opponent high for a quarter all time against the Blazers. 3 of 14 shooting for the Blazers from 3. The Warriors 12 of 18. Klay Thompson becomes just the 3rd guy in league history to realize 300 or more threes made with his 5 made in the first quarter. Curry did it 4 times. Harden has done it once. Watford in the lane misses, and the rebound recovered by Jonathan Kuminga. Warriors roll out. Poole, who's already drilled 4 threes. Kuminga, Green, DiVincenzo, who makes the extra pass, and why wouldn't you? Because it's Klay Thompson on the end of that. He misses that one. DiVincenzo takes the rebound off the deck. Poole drives and lays it up and in. The Blazers come out with Butler, Knox, Minaya, Mays, and Watford. And it's Mays driving into the lane, just trying to get up a shot. Does before getting clobbered, and he'll go to the line.
Nice drive from Skylar. Sidestepping into the open area. Andrew Lopez from ESPN wrote a really good article on Skylar that I didn't see until recently.
Didn't see that.
Yeah. Talking about how Skylar's longtime childhood friend named Wade Sims unfortunately was killed at a party at a time when they were both in LSU. They had played a couple seasons together, but they had been childhood friends since they were about 12 or so, and they were inseparable. Wade's parents felt like Skylar was their son and vice versa. And that moment for Skylar, really, as tough as it was, he used it just as a source of fuel to try to represent Wade throughout the rest of his collegiate career and then moving forward to his NBA career. And he even spoke at Wade Sims' funeral there in college. It was a tough time, but he stood up there and did it. And adults around the room watching were like, I don't know if I could have done what he just did. But Skylar said it was really easy to just talk about Wade. And there's a lot of other details in it. It's definitely worth reading and learning more about him. And being around him now for a week or however long it's been, you can just tell he's really level-headed. It seems like he has a really good ability to just process things, both good and bad, and turn a situation like that into what he has turned it into.
And you know, as I'm listening to you tell that story, I just think unfortunately, it's not a unique story.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Just a commentary on where we're at. Minaya will join Mays to bring it out of backcourt. The Clippers number 5 right now in the West. The Warriors number 6. Clippers at Phoenix, where the Suns lead by 7 early in the second period of play. We'll get into greater detail on what that could mean for the Warriors in terms of the first round playoff series. Here, Knox, a runner up and in. The Clippers win. They clinch the number 5 spot and would play the Phoenix Suns. Now, if somehow the Clippers stumble, and I'm looking at the Suns lineup of Wainwright, Okogie, Landry Shamet, and Torrey Craig. We're missing some notable guys that aren't playing this afternoon.
And they're winning.
And the Suns are winning by 8 with 10 minutes left in the second period of play.
Well,
so
the Clippers did that yesterday against the Blazers.
Yesterday they subbed 5 for 5, the Clippers did. I haven't seen that in a long time. Poole heads to the line. If the Clippers lose and Golden State wins and the Pels lose, the Clippers then would drop to number 7. I mean, there are several combinations. I had hats off to Tim Bontemps, outstanding report, who had it all on ESPN's website this morning. I was visibly jotting this down because I'm like you, I couldn't figure this out without Bontemps helping me along the way. Here's a cross-court pass. It's grabbed by DiVincenzo into the lane. Swings it outside of Poole. Look at the pass. DiVincenzo for 3. Nope. The rebound taken by Minaya. Up comes Minaya into the lane. Go right at Kuminga, but it won't fall. Here's back the other way. Klay Thompson holding. Bouncing over to Poole. Tried to sidestep, ran out of gas. Nice play by Knox to knock it down. Here comes Kevin the other way. Into the lane to the glass. Laid it in.
Good extension. Got those long arms out there. Stuck it toward the rim. Got the bucket.
59-31 count. Warriors with 9:33 left in the second period and a timeout.
She gonna walk down here with the brand new
59-31 count. Warriors on top. 9.5 left in the second period. That young man there on your left, it's his birthday on Easter today.
Vance Beach.
Saw him out earlier dribbling the basketball. He's got a good handle.
He does.
He does. He's got a good handle.
Great.
Jurassic World comes to life in Portland on June 23rd through the 25th. Catch the action against a backdrop of captivating scenery where dinosaurs from the iconic franchise take center stage with more than 24 film-accurate life-size dinosaurs, an experience you don't want to miss. Tickets on sale now at rosequarter.com. You okay with dinosaurs? You all right with them?
Yes.
You like dinosaurs?
Yes. Because I haven't seen one.
Except in the movies. Get back to action.
Once I see it and I know that there's a chance he can get me, then the fear will begin.
Poole drives it into the lane, leans back, and scores. And the Warriors, who posted an opponent franchise best, I guess that's the way you put that, against the Blazers, 55 in the first quarter. It's in the record books now. John Butler, a hopper off the end line, won't go. The rebound grab by DiVincenzo.
Oh, the high score of a team for a game in regulation is 173. Boston did it in 1959. Phoenix did it in 1990. And I'm not sure the Warriors are going to get there.
Don't think so.
I'm also not certain they won't, depending on how long Klay Thompson and Steph Curry plays. But if Kevin Knox II can make some shots, Kev, just to make him have to think about it a little bit, then they're not getting there.
Would you play your regulars at this point if you're the Warriors? You're poised and ready to move on down the road and just kind of waiting on the results of that Phoenix game? I'm thinking no, they're not getting off the bench again.
Yeah, I'd say no too. But I also say those questions, that's internal because there's factors that people inside the camp are factoring in that we have no knowledge of. True. But on the outside looking in, I would not.
Klay is still out there with 8:08 remaining in the second period. This one on a three. Mays spins, gathers it in. It's out to Nate Williams, who will lay it in.
The left-hand finish, I mean, that's a strong hand. But we've also seen him go to the right hand on some finishes. Did it yesterday against the Clippers.
And Mays with the find, his third assist. DiVincenzo, lead pass inside to Michael Green, who will spin. Lay it over. Skyler, a three. Nope. Kuminga comes over the top of Knox. Knocks him down. Thompson the other way. Outside to Green, trailing for three. Rebound is Skyler Mays. Long lead pass. Right on target to Knox, who'll circle outside. Watford fakes the three, on the deck, into the lane, and skipped, and walked with the basketball. Take a look at the Les Schwab doing the right thing matters play.
Skyler hands it off to Kevin Knox. Here he is reading a semi-closeout, which Coach Phillips has made note of that he does very well. Klay Thompson respects the jab step. Kevin pulls back and rises up into the three.
Knox 30 points, 11 boards, career high in points. Yesterday, 36 minutes against the Clippers. And his fifth double-double of his career. He had 4 of them his rookie year. He's in his 5th year of professional basketball. Kuminga on the block, throws outside here to Curry. Behind the back, stop and go, pumped it up and in. And now the Warriors build to the lead, up 32, 6:56 to go in the second period. Curry Payton II out there, joined by Klay Thompson. He steps back in the paint and he scores.
I love his pace. Like that, he leaned back against a taller defender, knew he was going to be able to get a shot off. Can't rush him.
Warriors working on their connectivity right now, as Curry is in there with some guys that figure to get some run that are going to be coming off the bench. You would anticipate come playoff time, like this veteran, Michael Green, on his 9th year. Gary Payton II, and Moody, obviously. Moses Moody in his 2nd year from Arkansas. He's going to get a lot of run this afternoon here in Portland as Warriors get tuned up for the playoffs. To your point about the internals, these are combinations that may present themselves come playoff time. Kuminga deflects it out of bounds, Blazer ball. Looney will come back in to that point, and Green now will slide out. That's the strength of the Warriors, their flexibility and switchability.
Without Wiggins available, he is joining them here though. But once he's added to the equation, they got a real chance.
And Wiggins, lest we forget, an all-star, the #1 pick in the 14 draft, averaging 17 points, but has played just 37 games this year, 32 minutes a night, but has been out for a long spell, 20-plus games because of a family issue. And back with the club, and that's what's so important about this game, because Golden State will clinch one of the top 6 with a win outright, top 6, and it would give them a week to train and work out with Wiggins. That's Sharp turning and finding Walker for the jam.
Got to respect Shaden's fadeaway, which I think we'll see a lot more of next season. Him actually going to that shot. There goes a lob to Kuminga. Looked like Shaden was preparing the top lock to try to take him from being able to go to the top of the key, and Kuminga will gladly accept that.
He was the 7th pick in the draft 2 years ago. People were just loving his just raw athleticism as you saw on display there. Mays, though, does it the old-fashioned way, just as I would do. Well beneath the rim. Or just taking the...
It counts the same?
Taking what we used to call the crib shot.
On the scoreboard, it counts the same. You don't get the same kind of fan approval, but it counts the same.
Here's the McDonald's McDelivery replay.
Fades back, takes Looney with him. Curry's trying to find who is he guarding. Jabari Walker wide open.
Good stuff, great pictures all year long from the award-winning crew here in Portland, Oregon, USA, our television crew. Top to bottom, thank you very much. Appreciate the job you do night in and night out, the men and women that make us sound and look good despite our sound.
They do their job.
Sharp, long flare sails over the rim, and Payton trying to get over to it. Couldn't corral it. So the Blazers take it back. Warriors up 30. 4.5 left in the 2nd period of play. Green comes back in.
Speaking of what you were just talking about, that should be that could be one of the season moments, highlights. When we went to Sacramento and the crew, they had to get things together.
Oh, yeah.
In like 3 hours, if that.
Yeah, with no sleep.
And got it done.
No sleep. And fighting through the elements the night before.
Yeah.
Riding in the back of cars and in trunks, any way they could get home that night. Look out. Fastball. Roy Rogers gets out of the way of that one. It's low away and in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-0. Yeah, that was a test of wills, and then it jumped. And remember, we had a delay once we got to the airport the next morning.
I remember.
Got to the hotel, and the crew didn't even check in. They grabbed
to go straight to work.
They grabbed the hard cases and took off. So
that's the hidden work that everybody doesn't get to see.
Yep, nice job. Beautiful pass off a high post. Green bounces it right to the belt buckle for a Green bucket. 76-44 count, 3:41 to go, 2nd quarter. Mays trailing, pumps a 3. When he corrals, and here comes Curry out of backcourt. Anybody move more than he does in the league?
Nope, and that's why Coach Billups is praising his conditioning level before the game. That's why he called him the greatest combo guard of all time.
High praise. Williams faces up, pump fakes and takes it strong.
take.
Curry outside off the screen. Triggers and misses, and the rebound grab by Sharp. Curry, the two-time scoring champ, two-time MVP, one-time Finals MVP. Jaden Sharp leads in. Williams got knocked down. Moody on the push. Gets it back from GP2. Three off the lip. Blazers come the other way. Hayes will back it out. Here's a challenge. Wheel it out on top to Knox. Has a step on Moody. Green the recovery. Curry will bring it out of backcourt. This lead pass to GP2. Looney there to follow note. Payton comes in, establishes position from out of bounds. Gets a deflection, but a loose ball foul.
Loose ball foul, Warriors.
Payton picks himself up. We go to the break with 2:05 remaining here in the second period. And it's the Warriors with 78 on the board. Warriors leading the Blazers. 2:05 left in the second quarter of play. The fans, that's you, me, that's them right there. Every man, woman, and child within the range of our broadcast here tonight have ruled this action right here. Boom! The Shaden Sharp dunk. The dunk of the year presented by Alaska Airlines.
He gives you a lot of options. Hard to go wrong with any, especially this one.
It gives you the groan. He's got a big league groan when he lets it go, too. This putback dunk over the Lakers won 59% of the vote. That means 41% of you said that it was something else. How can that be?
Hey, you've been watching. You've been seeing stuff.
It says it was the other dunk. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Nate Williams says
hey, Nate wants a fuck.
It ain't over till it's over.
Revote.
Quick, let's do another poll. Oh, that was impressive.
It was.
Green backing down on Minaya. Pass to the point, deflected. Curry. Walker trying to chase him off that line. Hard to do. That's his domain. Look out. Look out. Look out, Steph.
He's stepping on Alex like that. You understand, not only do you hear Blazer broadcast when that's the case, you're hearing broadcasts all over. I can't turn on the TV without seeing Alex somewhere.
It's always out there with people tripping, falling over, knocking it down. Curry outside a three, dancing off, rebound poked into the air.
That's what Looney's been doing all season. He came into this game with 271 offensive rebounds. That's the most for a total of anybody in the league, and he gets them extra looks.
At 6'9",
yeah,
and doesn't jump higher than a poster stand most of the time.
And
all about acuity.
Yeah, and it's a source of their three-point shooting because after an offensive rebound, with these kind of shooters in this moment, that's the best time to hunt a three.
Because they're all bailing to this line right here. That's his domain. Curry, 4 threes, 18 points. Warriors, 15 to 29.
Well, I don't think they're going to be knocking on the door of that league record because the most points in a half was that same game in Phoenix where they scored 173 that game.
Yeah.
Phoenix had 107 points at the half. Yeah, I know. I don't even know how that's possible. Okay, shit. Despite the lead, he's going to give you something. The lead for Golden State, the deficit for the Blazers.
18 minutes, 6 of 14. That's his first three hit, 5 attempts, 15 points for Shaden Sharp. Green ends the proceedings here in the half with a three that's off, and halfway through, it's the Warriors 84, the Blazers 53. The Warriors shoot 15 and 29, just under 52% from three. Klay Thompson with 5 threes joins a rare crowd. Just Steph, Harden, and himself with 300 or more threes made. Michael and Brooke are next. So the Warriors have hung 84 on the Blazers, 55 in the first quarter. That's an opponent record. for most points scored in a quarter, and they did it by shooting lights out from three. 15 to 29 for the Warriors, nearly 52%. Lamar Hurd, Kevin Calabro back with you here today. The shorthanded Blazers against a team that has won the championship 4 of the last 8 years, tuning things up. Lamar, as we mentioned, they've won 3 of their last 4 road games. That seemed to be their weakness. They're pretty sharp right now. It looks like they are in playoff form.
Yet they understand the urgency level is picking up, and they have to get right. And they haven't always been this way, Kev, as you know. They've had some lean years at times. And I've heard from different people amongst their fan base. It's not like one section of that base speaks for the whole base. But there are a lot of them that feel like, you know what, it was worth the pain. What they're enjoying right now was worth the pain.
Well, they didn't have any choice. They had injuries.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
Clay missed 900-plus days, made this incredible recovery to his credit. In the meantime, the Blazers' evaluation begins. Top to bottom to see what answers they can come up with for next year. DiVincenzo to Green. The Blazers start off with a turnover. The Warriors take advantage. Watford into the lane. Williams Jr. another jam. This is a two-hand follow.
He's really trying to get on that pole. He wants to recount. He's got 2 dunks that he wants submitted.
As an independent candidate, Thompson a jump pass, throws it into the corner. Looney runs it down. Out on top to Green with 9 to shoot. Nice play by Mays. He knows that play. Out to Watford, to Williams, back to Watford to lay it in. That is a highlight right there from beginning to end.
That's how these guys have been playing over the last week. Just met a different beast in a focused Golden State squad today.
Green to the cutter. It's Curry. Draws the bump on Watford, lays it up and in. And Curry with just a subtle hesitation draws the foul.
Trenton gets to that basket. Normally he makes that, but it's a good attempt that draws some extra defense. So now Nate can get in there and throw that one home.
Set up by the pick from Skylar Mays.
I was going to say real quick, Kev, that reminds me, because somebody asked me about, because Nate and being from Buffalo University, and I share the situation with Ike Smart, our assistant video coordinator, and his nonprofit Smart Sport. Someone asked me about kind of what's going on with it, and I forgot to say this, that as Trenton gets the 2, he has a shipment of shoes right now that he's trying to get over to Africa, and they just need to get the funds to do it. So he's got shoes ready to go. So checking out Smart Sport Foundation and the incredible work he's doing, just trying to get kids in Nigeria some shoes. It will be worth your time. Good block from Trenton.
Sure was. Stayed with that play on Clay. Then DiVincenzo the other way. Steals it away. Curry broadens out on the wing. He'll flare and fire and hit the 3. Steph Curry with the triple. That is his 5th of the afternoon. He has 24 points, and he's in 5 of 9 from three-point range.
What do you think as you see Golden State play? Do you think that they can go out there and win it? We've seen Milwaukee.
I think defensively they'll be fine in the West, where there just aren't teams that play the kind of defense that Milwaukee plays. But I think if they get to the finals, then
so you got Milwaukee already going?
I like Milwaukee. I like Boston. Either one of those teams can defend at a very high level in the playoffs. The Warriors, that is yet to be determined. What I'm saying is in the West, you just have to outscore the other guys. If you match up against Phoenix, you have to outscore them. You have to outscore Denver. I don't think they're going to be able to stop the Warriors the way they've been shooting the basket. And the Warriors have that championship DNA. Something tells me they can go into another gym anywhere and win one game. That's all you got to do is win that one game. And at home, they're pretty good, 33-8. On the road, obviously, the 10 wins, but they've won 3 of their last 4 on the road. This game, I just don't think tells you much. I mean, it tells you that they're sharp, but they're beating a group with 4 10-day contracts, playing a lot of minutes, and a rookie who's 19 years of age. Here comes Sharp and pull up, triggers and misses. Rebound grab by the Warriors. I mean, what do you think? You got to play defense to win, obviously. There's an unforced error, and the Blazers bring it the other way. Williams into the lane to Glass and lay it up and in.
That was a smart play from Nate because he wanted to throw the lob to Shaden, but Kevon Looney was aware of that. Nate knew that Looney was aware of it, and so he kept it himself, knowing that Looney was not going to rotate over fully to stop him from the layup.
Everybody having a good time. Fan Appreciation Day here in Portland. Take a look at the T-Mobile Coast to Coast. The Grizzlies center Steven Adams will likely miss the remainder of the season with a sprained knee ligament. Not good news for the Memphis Grizzlies. 4 teams, the Clippers, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Pelicans, all in the battle for the 5th and 6th seeds. Coming into this afternoon's play, Golden State was 6th, Clippers number 5. Clippers having difficulty down in Phoenix with the Suns. And for the first time since '62, 6 players will finish the season with 30-plus points or better per game. That's since '62. Embiid, Giannis, Dame, Shea, Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka, and Tatum. The 6 with 30 or better. 62. Wow. Quick, somebody look up 1962. Who was scoring the basketball? Oscar and Wilt, and who else? Those will be my top 2. Ball batted away and out of bounds. 1962.
You're not going to be able to move on until you figure this out.
I was wondering if Oscar had even graduated from Cincinnati. They were national champions or something, 61. Anyway, I'm sticking to it. I'm going to have Wilt. Got Oscar.
4 more, right? There were 6 people, you said?
6 guys. And of course, it's hard to believe, but I was 4 years old. Walt Bellamy, the Big Bell. Bob Pettit, Jerry West. Who else? Oscar. I got 1. And Will. There you go.
Good job.
That's the answer to most trivia questions after, you go back to the 60s. It's Wilt and Oscar. You start there, and then Jerry West. Walt Bellamy. Wow. And Bob Pettit, of course.
Does that surprise you?
I just haven't heard Walt Bellamy's name mentioned in a long time. Green knocks it down. 97-64 count. 7:46 to go here in the 3rd. Knocks into the lane, attacks the rat. Finger roll no. DiVincenzo the rebound. Warriors look a little rough around the edges right now. 7:15 to go in the 3rd. The attention span may be slipping. Focus may be starting to wane.
And Steph Curry's really good.
That too. Corey Jez, 1962, baby.
Walt Bellamy of the Chicago Packers, 1962 Chicago Packers, which I definitely didn't just look up, Kevin. I knew off the top.
Where did Bellamy go? Did Bellamy go to Indiana University?
You're gonna be my go-to reference. You're gonna be my phone.
I'm looking it up. You go ahead. I'm interrupting you, as usual.
One number, obviously the Warriors are a great 3-point shooting team, and the numbers we saw in the first half maybe shouldn't be that surprising. Although they did fall too short of the most threes in the first half this year. They had 15. The Blazers did have 17 back on February 13th against the Lakers. So Steph and Clay, as good as they are, could not match Dame and Ant's numbers. But of the 31 threes that the Warriors have attempted going into that last break, 29 of them have been contested by the Portland Trailblazers. So these young guys, the activity, the energy, kind of that defensive attention to detail. There is an uncontested one from Clay, but generally that's a really high, really good contest rate number that I'm sure Coach Phillips likes to see out of the Warriors.
What about the Zephyrs, Corey? Have you ever heard of the Zephyrs?
Come on, man. We got to go to commercial.
I think I got him on one. We'll be right back after the break. 164, the Warriors leading the Blazers, 6:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. There you go, sweetie, thumbs up. Absolutely, it's springtime, a renewal of life.
Sir, brighter days ahead.
Well, before the game, the Maurice Lucas Award, awarded annually to Trailblazer, who represents the relentless spirit of Maurice Lucas, awarded to Jeremy Grant. Pam Lucas, Taking the award, giving it to Jeremy Grant, who's always dressed for any occasion. Dwayne Hankins alongside, of course, Joe Cronin, general manager of the Blazers.
Fans, join us
in great having Jeremy Grant around.
Winner of the 2023 Maurice
On and off the court.
Award.
Green gets a deflection, holding his hand up. He wants credit for the block as he got a piece of Walker's three-point offer. I want to give due credit to Walt Bellamy.
Okay, go ahead.
Out of Indiana University, #1 pick in 1961. Curry triggers and misses. Bellamy at 6'11", scored over 20,000 points in a long career that extended from 61, the Chicago Packers, to 74, the New Orleans Jazz. Played the majority of his career. He did play with the Knicks for 3 years, with Detroit and Atlanta from 70 to 71. Four-time All-Star, first-team All-American, over 14,000 rebounds. Career averages 20 and 14 a night. 6'11". Walt Bellamy was a member of the Olympic team in 1960 in Rome and won gold. That's quite a career.
It is.
Walt Bellamy, one of the founders of the league, if you will. The great 75-plus year history of this tremendous league. That was our discussion earlier. 6 guys this year scoring 30 or better. First time since 62. Bellamy one up. Here is Green with 10 to shoot. Across the arc it comes to Thompson. He walks to the basket. Boy, the Warriors have looked bad here in the openings. I got to tell you, my expert opinion, they look bad here in the opening 6 minutes. Kristen, what are you laughing about? Doug's laughing too. Took 82 games for you to turn on it. Pretty soon, Kristen during a timeout, she's going to throw a right hand at me.
Yeah. I'm going to go bear you.
Oh, brother.
Just slipping.
Just in time for the playoffs, huh?
Just slipping.
Oh. It took 82 games for that to happen. Looney in deep, turns, steps through. Knox making it tough. He says, I got something. Watford up the floor off the sharp screen. Good screen setting by Shaden. They rotate it to Knox. His 3 is off, and it's recovered by Looney. Klay Thompson, 6 threes, gives him 301 for the year. Steph has done it 4 times, and Harden has done it once. Have put 300 or more threes through the cylinder in a season. Looney comes up with a loose ball but misses. Skylar Mays bounces ahead. Here's Shaden. Open turf ahead. Gives to Knox. And that is blocked by Kuminga. That was kind of an excuse me type block from Kuminga. Poole dribble off his
defense.
foot.
Good defense from Skylar. So this is what the Warriors want to avoid. Anybody getting hurt. Defensively, that play from Skylar, as you get a look at Steve Kerr taking a look at one of his star players, Jordan Poole and company. But that defensive play for Skylar, that's a good defensive play, but it's just so hard in a game like this when you're out there and you're on this, the bad side of this type of blowout. It doesn't feel like it's anything. And there goes a drive to complement the defensive play. But there's not a big celebration. It's just kind of like, okay, you know, team-wide, let's just shoot the free throw, go back down, because you feel the roughness of the game. But all this stuff, it does matter. It doesn't matter in this game. It doesn't matter for this season, but it matters for him going forward. Because basketball decision makers are watching. In a game like this, how do you conduct yourself? Like, are you depressed where it impacts your energy level, your ability to lead a team? Or are you upset about losing like this, which you should be? but it fuels you or drives you to want to be better, to still go out there and recognize, well, if I feel this way, the other 4 guys on the floor with me feel this way. And how do I somehow keep them going? And those are the things that people who make the high-level decisions are looking at. So it's a good job from Skyler to continue playing through things.
Yeah, and that observation you made, 2 or 3 broadcasts ago about after a result here at home, tough game, Mays
At Memphis. Yes.
walked off the floor.
Walked off the floor.
Not going to go celebrate, or I should say, go congratulate the opponent or engage in any way socially. He's walking off.
Correct.
He's upset.
And he wasn't like dismissive of the opponent in a disrespectful way.
Right.
It was just like, I'm not about to go out of my way to go do all this laughing and joking at half court and stuff.
We'll do that in the offseason.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was upset, and he put his mouth guard back in the pack, turned around, didn't even look over there, and walked to the tunnel. And he had just made himself some money with his performance.
Right. Got extended, made a little more money. Got that 10-day extended today. Shaq Harrison, by the way, picked up by the Lakers. Congratulations to Shaq. Did very well in his short stint here in Portland. He played 5 games, 24 minutes. He averaged 9, 6 assists, 4 boards, and 2.2 steals in his short stay here. Now gets a chance, presumably, to get into the playoffs. Walker pulls up, casts it over here for a fadeaway jump shot that was off in the hands of Chase Comanche. Kaminga will rush it across midcourt, crossing over into a turnover. Mays has his head down, chugging the other way. Anaya with him into the lane. That's rejected by Kaminga. Did it hit the glass?
I thought so.
Well, Mays did.
Not certain. I don't know for sure, but Coach Phillips thought so too. He got up off the bench right away. And even Skyler looked at the official.
Anaya turning the corner with LaMichael Green riding him. Walker's pass deflected by DiVincenzo, picked up by Poole. Appears to be okay as he gallops the other way and gives to Moody for the dunk. 2:27 remaining, third quarter, 110-69 count. Mays drives it into traffic and Green slaps it out of bounds. GP2 will step back in for the Warriors. DiVincenzo will depart.
DiVincenzo was recently on the Point Forward podcast with Evan Turner and Andre Iguodala, talking about how Golden State has helped open up his confidence level. You know, he said that he didn't consider himself a shooter. And those 2 guys are trying to tell him, like, man, you can shoot. We know you can shoot. What are you talking about? You know, DiVincenzo broke it down a little bit. Another good listen on their podcast, like when Dame was on there. Oh, that was a great one. If you ever heard that, go check that out.
Poole takes another fall after he made an awkward step moments ago. Chase Comanche comes in along with Benaya. And down goes Poole.
His left leg jam up.
He got rocked pretty good. So Poole will play through the pain and head to the line. Just signed a big contract in the offseason, extends him through the 26-27 season, making $3.9 million this year. Next year, baby,
what you got?
$28.7 million.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
And somehow the money's only going up from here.
28th pick in the draft. Sign of the big fat extension, 23 years of age. 20 points. Ball game. 210 threes he has hit this year at 33%. Well, it seems like ages ago, but the year began with the Warriors squabbling.
Yes.
In practice.
Yes.
Green and Poole at words. Green backs up Poole all the way to the wall. Came back, was contrite. Comanche misses the dunk. I don't know if there's any malice at all. They seem to be
no one knows unless you're actually inside of that.
Poole drives into the lane to the glass. Swatted away by Comanche. Nice play. Grabbed by Minaya. Ahead to Mays. On to Minaya. He's tripped up, spun around, plays through the contact from GP2, and gets a chance at a three-point play.
Great job running the floor from Justin. And it starts off with Chance. Left hand block, the swat to create the run. And that's another pass from Skylar where the timing is perfect. It really matters not just how you make the pass, but when you make it. And Kev, his timing is elite level. I'm talking about with the best passers in the league. He is up there. I'm talking just passing the basketball.
Yeah. On time, on target.
The timing, it's always at a, I shouldn't say always in a literal sense, but way more times than not, it's at the moment that gives the advantage to his teammate.
Like that pass there to a cutter. The bounce pass that comes off at the numbers where a big guy can handle it on the move.
Yes. Whether he's passing it with one hand or two, and he'll throw it off the dribble sometimes, that allows you to get it off quicker.
Just give him a big fat handle and then let them go to work with it.
Wait, give him what?
Big fat handle. Whoop. Comes up, there it is. It's a big old medal right there in your chest. I'm taking that, I'm going to work.
I never looked at it
now
that
me,
way,
I'm just below the rim.
That's fine, Kev. Your two counts the same.
Big fat handle. Okay. 33 seconds left here in this third period. Mays has played a lot of minutes. 31 minutes, 14.7 assists, 4 rebounds. Off it goes to Walker. Nifty crossover to blow by Kuminga for the two-hand jam.
Yes, Jabari. I believe we will be seeing more of that next season.
He's played now in 56 games. 57th pick in the draft. Walker.
It's a great crossover.
Four seconds remaining in the period. Kuminga. Oh, my. His work speaks for itself. 118-73 count. Warriors lead the Blazers. 3 quarters in the books from Portland. (118-73). We head to the fourth quarter of play here in Portland. It's time now for the Pacific Office Automation Stats. Blazers shooting 39%, Warriors at 60%. We round up and round down our numbers. 55% for the Warriors shooting from 3, Blazers at 22. Warriors are led by the 26 of Steph Curry, who's played just 22 minutes in his ball game. And Klay Thompson with 20. He's hit 6 of 11 from 3. Klay's hit 5 of 10. Make that Curry 5 of 10. Klay 6 of 11 from 3-point range. Poole getting run along with LaMichael Green and Moody. Blazers have Chase Comanche, who just signed a 10-day contract out on the floor. Kuminga into the lane. Going at Sharp. Second jabs that one out of bounds. Blazers will take possession.
Like that matchup, two super athletes. Kuminga and Shaden.
And now to help bring the ball inbounds is Minaya. Sharp will bring it ahead. Shaden playing point, something he's done here in the last month or so, a few times. Minaya does a nice job. So is Butler.
Maneuvering off the screen.
Butler Jr. for the little hopper. Won't go. Foul called on Moody. Lamar, I didn't get back to you on and ask you what you think the Warriors' chances are of getting it done, winning the West this year.
I can see them doing it. The West and the whole thing. I can see it. I agree with the points you made about the being tough to stop and things like that, but it takes a lot to guard them. It takes a lot with Wiggins back too. I could very easily see them as a Jabari's in some real pain right here.
And Comanche collide. The Blazers call time. I'm going to go down there and take a look at Jabari Walker, who got rocked. Poole into the lane, and the two teammates converge at Poole, and they take each other out. Timeout on the deck. Oh boy. .10:41 left here in the fourth quarter. Play. Hey, you. Hey, you two. Oh, they're trouble. Take a look at the Moda Health assists of the game.
Trending catches in the paint. Finds Nate in the corner. He receives a good pass from Skylar. Why not? Let's double up the assist. Good pass leads to a three.
Blazers donating $20 for every assist to build a new all-abilities playground for kids like that in a deserving Oregon community. And thanks to Moda Health for their involvement all year long. For more information about Moda Health assist programs, visit trailblazers.com. Sharp. The jumper just ticked the iron, and the rebound down into the hands of Anthony Lamb, who's had a real nice season this year. 6'6", third-year pro out of Vermont. He's played 61 games. The Warriors lengthen their bench. Of course, the presence of GP2 means that Lamb's minutes limited. More likely in the playoffs. Count if they need him, they can certainly count upon him. There's Payton with a pick off the hands of Sharp, wide to the glass and lay it up and in.
And he gave Shaden a back tap afterwards because he's worked with Shaden a lot during his time here, picking up full court, being able to get those kind of steals. Just being a pest on the ball. And we would see that. Shaden would check in the games early on, and he would pick up full court.
Warriors with a win here clinch at least the 6th spot. Sharp throws it inside to Chase Comanche. Denied and a foul on the overreach. Clippers with a win and a Clip loss today down in Phoenix would be the number 5 seed. Denver, Memphis, Sacramento locked at 1-2-3. Can you imagine, and we've talked about this before, you brought it up in fact, the Warriors at Sacramento to start the playoffs. It would be a 6 versus 3 if the Clippers can't get it done down in Phoenix.
Draymond Green was the one who I first heard bring it up.
Right.
You're talking out of respect for Sacramento, but just saying distance-wise, based on how much they traveled last season, it'd be nice to just be able to get on a bus for that first-round series.
And for the first time in 16 years, Sacramento going to the playoffs. Congratulations to Mike Brown and the Sacramento Kings. Did a terrific job. De'Aaron Fox maturing, becoming a clutch. Just a big-time clutch player. Sabonis bringing toughness and consistency, obviously, to the Sacramento Kings.
Yep, they established an identity. And they play the same way. No matter who's on the floor.
You know what, Lamar, if you're a Kings fan, I don't want to hear about I can trade these 2 tickets to this playoff game to the Warriors and pay for my season tickets.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
I've heard that floated out.
Oh.
That's not a true fan.
Oh, man.
I know it's tempting, but that is not a true fan. Selling you tickets to a Warrior fan in Sacramento? Come on, man.
Now, if you need the money for something serious, then we understand. But I know you're just talking. You're talking in general, just trying to make a quick buck.
.9:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Mays and Knox exchanging passes. Kevin tees it up. Nope. Rebound GP2. Outlet pass. In the front court, Quinones driving to the end line. He's fouled. Lester Quinones, two-way player, 22 years of age from IMG.
That's his second. First team foul.
In Memphis, went undrafted. Good-looking player. Corey Jez, give me some knowledge, please.
Well, Kevin, as I kind of look back at the year from maybe an analytical perspective, the offense and putting the offense from the full season into context for everybody, the kind of the starting four, because the three-man position rotated because of trades and injuries throughout the year. When those four and anybody in the three-man spot, Josh Hart to start the year, were on the floor together, their effective field goal percentage was number 2 in the league among starting 5 units at 58%. And one thing we haven't had a chance to see much of this year, only about 20 possessions, is Matisse Thybulle adding some defensive chops to that unit, sharing with those starting 4 players. I think something potentially for Blazers fans to look forward to next season as well.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, a restricted free agent. See what business brings this coming summer. 8.5 left here in the fourth quarter.
Well, the general manager, Joe Cronin, said before the season even started, even at media day, that this is not the completed roster. This is not the roster that he envisions being at a championship level. He recognized that, and that's even, Kev, when the team got off to the 10-4 start, he didn't overreact to that either. It wasn't like he was walking around thinking like, okay, now we have arrived. He's been consistent in the game plan. So even going into the summer, really, really big summer, important time for the teams, and we'll all be watching to see what transpires.
Yeah, I guess so, Lamar. But what I really want to know is, what is Brooke Olzendam going to do this summer?
Well, guys, you know, I have that. Well, my family has a place in Lake Coeur d'Alene in Idaho. That's my favorite place in the whole world. So I'll be there as much as I possibly can. But I just kind of wanted, guys, if I could, to take a look back at this season and some of my favorite moments. I'd love to hear yours as well. Remember that early road trip, 6 games, where Jeremy Grant hit the game winner, and then that post-game walk-off interview was one of my favorite moments, really, in my career, or definitely here with Portland, because as you guys remember, the entire team out of nowhere just surrounded him, and it became a T-shirt, it became a hat, and the picture went everywhere. I have it on a T-shirt at home. Thank you, Haley. That's what it's one of my favorites. And also, of course, that same road trip, Josh Hart with the game winner, and then something similar happened after that with the post-game walk-off. So I like the interactions with the guys, so those are my favorite memories. Obviously, some great games, and 71 points by Dame was a moment I'll never forget, but I really enjoyed those walk-off interviews. How about you guys?
Well, wait, hold on.
What?
I want to hear from you. I want to hear, you have great interview skills, but I want to hear from you. Who was the toughest interview this year?
Oh, the toughest interview.
Who was it like just pulling teeth from? You can tell me. Come on.
Kevin, you are setting me up,
She's not just telling you.
Just you and me.
You know, there are some people who aren't listening.
I wouldn't say there's anyone that's tough. I would say that some are better and more comfortable on camera than others, but just because you're a fantastic professional basketball player doesn't actually mean that you should just be super comfortable on camera. You know, it doesn't come along with it. So I've appreciated the young guys, especially like Shaedon Sharpe. At the beginning of the season, he didn't want to do any interviews. Not that he loves doing them now, but he's very comfortable doing them, and I appreciate him trusting me in that manner. And so he's come a long way with that. And you guys remember at the beginning when Anthony Simon started, he wasn't a man of many words, and he is now one of the best interviews on the team. So
you know what's interesting about that, though, and this is where college really helps players, because in the college situation, you're interviewed just about every night, radio, TV. You know, you're doing the talk show or something. And writers are always coming to you. You're learning how to do that.
Right.
A 19-year-old that's coming out of IMG Academy or didn't play at Kentucky, not doing a lot of interviews.
Well, and to your point as well, I give a lot of credit to Shaedon, and I've learned this about him over the season, just spending more time with him. He's just really curious. He has questions. He doesn't just show up and assume, okay, yeah, whatever you need me to do, I'm going to do. He's curious because he wants to know more about it. Like I remember him saying, so that red light, what does that mean on the camera? I'm like, that's the tally light. That means you're on camera. And right before a couple interviews, he's like, is this live? Is this going to be later on? And when can I see it? And at one point, I remember, I think it was Director Jeff Curtin told me he saw Shaedon in the post-game press conference room just by himself, and he was watching Anthony do a post post-game interview, and he was just trying to get some pointers. So I thought that was awesome. I loved that.
Absolutely. So, Brooke, when you go to the lake,
yes, the important stuff.
Coeur d'Alene, what instructions would you give somebody that's new to the lake? Best little place, little honky tonk for a hamburger to meet the local flavor. Have a cold one.
Yes.
But something tells me you would know.
I know. I do. It's right on the top of my tongue. It is One Shot Charlie's. It's been there for decades.
Okay.
It is a landmark in Harrison, Idaho. We take the boat over, and there is a big picture of actual One Shot Charlie behind the bar.
Oh, there's a One Shot Charlie.
Yes.
Very nice.
It's almost like the rule is, please no shoes, please no shirts. We will still give you a service. So yeah, North Idaho is a different place, guys. But my kind of place.
That is a Chamber of Commerce endorsement.
Yeah, they owe her for that endorsement.
Who's also going to try to make some baseball games this year, and we're going to get her lined up for a hockey game as well.
Yes,
Ooh.
I would love to see the Seattle Kraken go up there. My dad's up in Seattle, spend time with him, and take him to a hockey game, and they're doing great, obviously, so I'd love to be there.
Working on that. We're going to get you lined up, get you on one of their playoff games.
Yeah, you were at one. You said it was ball, so.
It's just outstanding.
Where are you guys going to do this summer?
What about you, Lamar? What are you going to do?
I'm figuring it out on the fly.
You're going to relax, aren't you?
Figuring it out on the fly.
One Shot Charlie's, Lamar.
Relax.
Oh, goodness.
Good time, Charlie's got the blues.
Oh, great.
137-89. Warriors, 5:23 left in the season. 137-89. Warriors leading the Blazers. 5:23 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Friends, Alaska Airlines and the Portland Trail Blazers are teaming up to donate miles to Make-A-Wish in order to bring a life-changing wish and make it come true. For every free throw that the Blazers make, Alaska Airlines will donate 1,000 miles to Make-A-Wish. For more information on how you can donate your miles, visit alaskaair.com/donate miles. Fan Appreciation Day here in Portland. Things didn't turn out the way we planned, but making the best of it.
They're having a good time.
Having a good time. Party. Quinones and Lamb along with Moody out there for the Warriors. Minga covered by Skylar Mays. This is Quinones with a flare from long range. Knocks it down to 3. Adding to the totals of the Warriors this afternoon, who are at 24-43, just under 56% shooting from three-point range. Nancy outside, good looking form, knocks it down. Back the other way. Moody strikes. Minaya up top. A 2. Rebound to Kuminga. Taking into the paint to the glass. Follow-away jumper blocked by Minaya.
He defends well.
That was the label coming out of the G League Mexico City.
It's on the ball and when he's in space. I think just the small sample size we've seen, he's appeared equally as good in both scenarios.
6'7", went to South Carolina for 4 years and transferred that final year to Providence. Here is the Chipotle real difference maker tonight. For me, the difference is Shaedon Sharpe. There it is, 18 points, 7 of 18 from the field, 2 of 8 from three-point range. Chipotle real difference maker, Shaedon Sharpe, with 7 boards and 4 assists.
I'm very curious to see what his play looks like with starter level talent on the floor with him, with the big minutes. Because right now the defenses are really able to focus in on him. They're able to put their best defender on him. That's not the case if he's on the floor with one of those 2-star guards on the bench. And even being able to get help getting open with the big screen setter. there are some things he has not had on the floor that moving forward he should have. But I think it's only going to make him better.
Or even coming off the bench in a regular rotation against second rotation guys from the opponent's team. I mean, he'll light those guys. I wouldn't say all of them, but there'll be a long list of victims.
And the group he's been playing with over the last week, they've done a really nice job setting him up and giving him a chance to be successful, especially Skylar at the point guard position, Trendon as well, the job he does facilitating. Drew, when he was out there, his screen setting and being a roll threat.
Baldwin Jr. for three. Rattles around and falls. Patrick Baldwin, 30-year-old, 28 pick, 22 draft. Hayes, nice spin move over Lamb to lay it in.
Well, what about you, Kev? You didn't share what you got going on. Going paddle boarding?
Do some paddle boarding, looking for anywhere there's sunshine and 65+ degrees.
Okay.
That's where I'm going. We'll do some hiking. Let's get up in the mountains. Take the 10 essentials with me up to the mountains tomorrow. Do some backpacking.
Do you always take it with you?
The 10 essentials? Yeah. You know what? Even on short little day hikes. I mean, around these parts, you can walk 2 miles out into the woods and get lost.
Has that happened to you before?
It has.
Oh.
Have my 10 essentials with me, and on occasion I had to bivouac, as they say, roll out the sleeping bag. I got my tarp with me. Got my water. I've got my fire. I got my fire starter. It's all good.
Okay. All right.
There's Moody outside the trigger in this.
Over the back, which isn't technically the name of the foul. It's a loose ball foul, but it's from the defender jumping over the back, making illegal contact.
The next big date, of course, on the NBA schedule for Blazer fans is May 16th, when they find out the order of the lottery, order of the draft.
Bruce Ely was asking me who do I think the Blazers are going to have go represent them. And he was making the point the last time the Blazers got that #1 pick, B. Roy was the representative there.
Didn't know that.
We'll see, yeah. Joe Cronin has a really good relationship with pretty much everybody. But with Brandon, we got a chance to see Brandon in the Dame All-Star video recently. It's always good seeing him.
Williams, slick move along the end line to lay it in with a lefty. 1:23 left, fourth quarter, 155-98. Again, our thanks to you, the fans, for hanging with us this year. Your positive input, always appreciate that.
Yep.
Thanks to the crew in the building and out. Ushers, folks at security that greet us every night when we roll in here with a smile. Butler buries a three. It's the little things that mean a lot.
Yeah, they are all part of the team.
The folks standing in the rain directing traffic outside the building.
Yeah.
God bless them. Kuminga misses and Quinones comes down with it, and he's dancing with the dribble and then throws it outside the Baldwin. High bank, no. 34 seconds remaining in this one. The Warriors 157. What do you say? That's so 16 off the all-time record. Huh?
Not gonna get there.
Crowd rises to their feet. And a fine hand from the fans here in Portland. Both Blazer fans and, yeah, some Warrior fans as well. That'll do it. So the Warriors with a win go to 44-38 on the year. Their 11th victory this year on the road. 11-30 on the year. The Blazers go to 33-49. And their home record will stand at 17-24. Final, Warriors 157, Blazers 101. Warriors won 53 games last year, finished third in the NBA, and then, of course, as you know, were the NBA champions. Fourth championship in the last 8 years. That's what this young man aspires to, Damian Lillard. And so the work begins to that end. We'll come back with the recap in a moment.